You are live!
Hi guys, how's it going? In a slightly different look than we're used to, but we're going to be doing some makeup today. We're going to talk about how to make your makeup make you look like your character, because like we talked about in costuming yesterday, the tiny things can really make the character. I am Krista. I'm a regular Dork Tales cast member here and often costumer makeup helper. I do have a degree in, well, a diploma in makeup artistry. It's close enough in makeup artistry and special effects makeup. I am in the Discord as well, so if you ever have questions, feel free to hit me up. I have three wonderful, beautiful models here with me today. We will, with the hand of God coming in, and another one. We will introduce them as we all come up and sit in our beautiful chair. But I have Christine and Robin and Kat, all amazing Dork Tales cast members. So yeah, let's introduce one while we're up here. So Christine.
Hi, I'm Christine. I am Lady Liliana on Twitch and social medias. And yeah, I'm getting transformed today. It feels weird being on stream with no makeup.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Find me on TikTok and Twitter and all those fun things.
All the social medias.
All the social medias.
Fantastic. So quick rundown of how this panel is going to go. I have two characters that I have pre-designed and prepped makeup for, but the third character is going to be your decision. So I have Robin moderating right now, who's going to trade it with Christine to moderate afterwards. And every 10 minutes, there's going to be a new poll. And that poll is going to determine the third makeup, which Kat will model for, and very excited. Are you excited, Kat?
So excited. I don't know what I'm gonna be.
So excited. You're gonna be gorgeous regardless. Awesome. So I unfortunately cannot see the chat, but if you like tag me or say anything, Robin will see it and she'll let me know. Fantastic. Let's get started. So for the wonderful Lady Liliana, we are going to be doing a sea elf look. And so we're going to talk a lot about makeup specifically for stream because it is a lot different. We're on a little bit higher quality here. We are using Ping. Thank you, Frecklebite/Bryn, for this amazing product. And it's just slightly higher resolution, which is nice. Yeah, what normally you're not going to see a whole ton, so it needs to be really in your face. Even when I do my makeups for stream and then film like a TikTok, it is a different look. For sure. So yeah, we're gonna start with this and just kind of chat as we go. Let's get into it. Hope everyone is having a lovely morning. I am tired as all get out, as I'm sure we all are.
I went to bed at 1 a.m. last night because it took a while to come down from playing Phelan.
Yeah, that was an awesome game. I passed out before the very end of it.
Which, speaking of like makeup and stuff, the way I did Phelan's cheeks last night, I had to do the Joker smile and go like this. Because she had very pink cheeks.
I loved that blush. That was very, very, very cute.
That was actually a sample. It was one of those stick ones.
Oh, yeah.
So I just went a little circle and then powdered it out.
Saying surface area for a poll.
No, how dare. So I'm just putting on a base primer. This is incredibly important if you are putting on a lot of color because it gives you a bit of a barrier. It does hold the makeup better, but it also puts a barrier between your skin and the product you're putting on it, which if you're doing prosthetics or you're doing any kind of body coloring, that is incredibly important. This one is just honestly, if you are new to makeup and you haven't really done anything before, I highly recommend Ipsy as a service because you can say, I'm a beginner, I don't have any product, I want to learn, send me brushes, and it will send you a little bit of everything. It's like $20 a month and you get some good stuff out of it. I have really enjoyed everything I've used from there. Now for this sea elf, I am going to do more of an interpretive look. So instead of doing a full blue body color, which is my first inclination to do as a someone I like very, as you may have been able to see with Isaac, I very much am like This needs to be exact. It needs to look realistic. I'm very realistic makeup. But for this, we're going to do a little bit more of an interpretive one for if you don't want to go all out in body paint, but do some kind of colored skinned creature for D&D. How's the chat in there, Robin?
They're doing good. I started the poll. I have the poll running for 10 minutes. Right now, with just it's 4-3 right now for fantasy is winning, but then futuristic is close in second place.
You're gonna have to show me how to do that because I've never done it as a mod before.
You just type /poll and then enter, and then it'll bring up the menu thing to make a poll.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We don't do those very often on Dark Tales, so.
Also, Red Monk is saying, and a couple other people are saying things like, yay, makeup, one area I've always been too intimidated by. I guess, what are some tips for those that are too intimidated by makeup? Because I know for me, is just try again. Eventually,
take a day off and play.
Yeah. Absolutely. Don't let it scare you. Like I said, Ipsy's a good option because you'll start to learn what products are. Ipsy gives you instructions.
Oh, thank you for popping Ipsy in the chat there, Chandra Magic.
Oh, thank you kindly. Yeah, it's a great service. I'm a big fan of it. You also honestly just go to Shoppers, or London Drugs, or Sephora. They're a little bit pushier in Sephora, I find, but they're all really knowledgeable about their stuff. MAC is horrifying. Don't do it. If you're Canadian, I don't think it even exists in the States. Yeah, don't. I would say start with drugstores because the people that work there are used to dealing with people that don't know makeup.
Yeah, Dork tells is suggesting, and he says, I know they're going to be mad at me for this, but I use dollar store stuff to try my
Hell
eyes.
yeah, dollar store makeup. Absolutely. I honestly considered doing an entire panel on how to do weird things with dollar store makeup. I get all my fake blood and latex from Value Village at Halloween. and I paid.
So beware dollar store eyeliner.
Yes.
Tends to be hard and hard to apply.
Yeah, any kind of pencil eyeliner, especially from a dollar store.
That's the one thing I go to MAC for.
Yeah.
Is my liner.
Zach,
they have really nice soft pencils.
Zach Rules is asking, any tips to keep my big forehead from being shiny? Right now, my technique is wearing a hat or a bandana.
Yeah, a little bit of powder. There are lots of different options. Honestly, baby powder works perfectly fine. But something, if you want to go a little bit higher tech, something like a mattifying powder, a translucent mattifying powder. I have this one that's decided to run away on me.
Also, Dork Tales is asking if you want a gallon of blood. Apparently, he has it in storage.
I'm good right now because I don't want to have to move it to my mother's when I move. Not that you can see that. Perfect Matte, I got it on clearance. It is an Annabelle product. It works great. For stuff like that, you don't have to worry too much about the quality of it, especially on stream. Like I said, it's very much about most people's problems with low quality, low cost makeup is it's really harsh and it's very, the colors might be really bold, but they aren't blendable. Unlike every tutorial for Instagram models, it doesn't matter. You don't need it to be perfectly blended for stream.
Also, NYX is a really good London Drugs sort of makeup brand for fairly cheap. However, do not trust their bright colors. They do not go on.
They only work if you have a white base.
Even then, they're really thin.
Yeah, you gotta put a lot on.
Yeah, personally, anything bright colors, rainbow colors that I did last night, I use a Colourpop palette that I got. And Colourpop is actually a really good option.
Not super expensive.
If you're wanting to get into it, they're vegan, cruelty-free, and they ship to Canada for free if you buy $60 or more, which is pretty great. So, my makeup is Colourpop now.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be real, spending $60 on makeup isn't hard.
No. I'm just gonna spin me a little bit this way. We're a little blended out because you do need a little bit of blending. Now, like I was saying with colors and stuff, this color is far too white for Christine. I would not recommend doing this for a night out,
No.
unless it was Halloween.
This is a stream color for me.
Yeah.
I have two colors. I have paler than myself and I have tanner than myself.
Exactly, because you wouldn't want to do that with this.
Because when I put a wig on, it changes the look.
Exactly.
So yeah, until you put contour and blush and highlight on, this color is not good. But once you put all that on, you can't tell. This is my wing color.
Something you can do if you wanted to go with not a strong color. This is what I did for James's character in XLR for his Fearbolg, and for my Fearbolg actually as well. I took my foundation and I mixed a little bit of blue face paint in with it. Even like I used a quote unquote higher quality color, but even like dollar store face paints, anything that comes in a cream tube, top notch.
Like literally, this is the lowest and lightest color that they have.
Yeah, it's probably my color, let's be honest. So we're going to do a little bit of contouring, but because we're going with Sea Elf, we're going to use some fun colors to do that. So let's go with a little bit of a blue, because their tone seems to be a bit in the blue vibe. So let's go with just a little bit. So
Stu.
elves, what did Stu say?
Stu said heck, cream tube.
Yeah, that's perfect. So elves are very slight folks. So we want to bring the cheekbones up a little bit. And the way you do that is, well, suck your cheeks in to find where the hollows of your cheeks are. And you're going to go just above that. You're going to buff it into your ears and then down towards your lips. You can relax. And if you look back, it's very obvious, but it does bring, so if you turn to your left, you'll see that's a little bit more flat. If you turn this way, that's got that edge to it.
I already do have high cheekbones.
Yes, you do, definitely. I can already tell.
That's why I have such deep eye circles.
Yeah, same. So suck in again and just tilt the other way. Perfect. Actually, tilt back up. Okay. And relax. And faces aren't perfectly symmetrical, so if they're not identical, it's fine. I am completely incapable of doing symmetrical anything in life, so here, I'm even going to use my fish brush. It's a fish. Yay. And if you do mess up, you can wipe it off. You can add a little bit of concealer or something over top of it. It's totally fine. Don't feel like if you messed up. Again, this is a reason to do it. Like, don't test your makeup for the first time 5 minutes before stream.
Yeah, I gave myself an hour and a half last night because that was a new look, and I was worried that I'd screw up.
Oh damn! Look at you! Look at all those cheekbones.
Right. And so now we are going to take our very high tech fishnets in an embroidery ring, and we're going to add some scales. So what we're going to do is I'm taking a really, so the color that I used for her cheeks there was just a blue here. This is a palette from Winners. And then I'm going to use this like really dark green to start to give some definition to my scales. Okay, so I'm going to push this against your face. So all it is to poke you in the eye. And I'm just going to go just above the contour a little bit, but not quite as far down the face. And up into the edge a bit. And then if you turn to the side, maybe lean forward a little bit.
All right.
There we go.
The first poll,
Perfect.
even I added the 2 votes from Days and Taco from Stu that can't see.
Yeah.
It still wouldn't have been enough. Fantasy is the winner for the game world.
That's what I thought it would be. All right, what's next?
The next is gonna choose the race for cat, so I'll get that poll going.
Okay, and let go of that. And you will see we have some beautiful scale effects. So it's very subtle, but again, it's strong enough that you'll see it on screen. If you wanted to updo it a little bit more, you could take like a Q-tip with some makeup remover and accentuate your lines a little bit. But what I'm going to do,
well, you can also layer colors too.
is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this super iridescent. I have a very shiny, again, Annabelle, from the dollar section of Shoppers Drug Mart with a thing that doesn't open. And I'm just gonna get a brush in there. And maybe I'll get a brush in there. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll just put it on the back of my hand. That'll work.
All right, next poll is up.
Fantastic. And then I'm just gonna do a little bit of glimmer just along the top edge of these, just for a little bit of an accentuation. Okay, and then over at me. Boop, 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 boop. Fantastic. Now we're gonna do something fun.
Oh yeah, look at the little sparkle on top.
Because let's be honest, you need to look wet as a sea elf, in my opinion.
Oh, are you gonna lube me up?
I went hunting. Oh, that cup's broken. I did go hunting for my glossiest of lip glosses, but I hate lip gloss, and I think I threw it out.
It's really sticky too.
I hate it. It's awful. I broke that one too. Did I? Wait, I heard it. Well, let's hope I don't pour this everywhere. So what I'm gonna do is there are every color of eyeliner out there. Liquid eyeliner, pencil eyeliner, everything. Buy eyeshadow and buy a mixing liquid. Apparently you can use mineral water for this, or micellar water. I haven't tried it myself, but apparently it works.
That stuff feels weird, micellar water. It's really oily feeling.
Yes, it takes stuff off really well, but apparently you can use it as a mixing liquid. So if you already have that to clean this, try the trick. This one trick will save you, I don't know, $50 on eyeliner maybe.
Stuff to clean. I want to scratch my cheek there.
So like, wait, no, don't do it.
I'll do it.
So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my little brush. I'm gonna mix a little bit of liquid in here, and I'm gonna use this like glittery green color that I have. And I'm going to make myself a liquid eyeliner.
Ooh.
So yeah, you don't need to buy 1.5 million different eyeliners. Close.
Dork Tales is doing the makeup retailers hate us. Watch this one simple trick.
Exactly. It's very true.
Clickbait. Speaking of clickbait, if you're liking this panel, feel free to give us a tip to help us support our channel costs.
Let us spend $50 on eyeliner we don't need.
Exactly. So Dave's Apricot is asking, what did you use for the scale? She missed it. It is just your fishnet.
It's a pair of fishnets around an embroidery ring. That's it. I used bigger ones again for stream. If I was doing this for like a Halloween party or something like that, I might do them a little bit with a smaller blend of fishnets. These were also the only ones I had that haven't been worn, and doing them on myself I wouldn't care, but I wasn't about to put things on Christine's face that had been on my legs. I hope you appreciate that, Christine.
Trying not to move.
No, I appreciate that as well. I started my makeup journey doing face painting on children, so I am quite used to very movie people. Okie dokie.
This is probably the stillest I've sat while having a liner done.
I'm very impressed, honestly.
Generally, I'm flinching like heck.
Mm-hmm. It's clearly my ability as a makeup artist, obviously.
Oh, thank you, Zach, for the tip of the tip of the beast.
Awesome. Okay, you can open there. So I just did a little bit of a green eyeliner for funsies. And then I'm going to take some more of that little glitterness, and we're going to add a little bit at the top. Oops. A little bit of glitter layer. A little shiny over here. There you go. Awesome. I'm running out of time for this one. I was going to do it in 20 minutes, and we're running behind. So we're also going to do that.
We were 4 minutes after 10 when we started.
This is true. So I'm just barely in there.
Yes, because I had the polls are going for 10 minutes, so the second one's almost not even halfway done. So that will be 20 minutes there.
That works for me. Okay, awesome. So now we're gonna do a little bit of brows. Are you cool if I put color in your brows?
Yep.
Awesome.
They were pink last night.
Exactly. They're gonna be blue now. Dun, dun, dun. And again, I'm gonna do them a lot darker than I would do if I was doing for a daily look. But because it's gonna be on stream, it needs to be a little bit more interesting. Fun. There's one. And again,
Satan's tip. Oh God.
Oh my.
Stu.
Damn it, Stu. In there. Now something I'm doing that mixing liquid trick with the eyeshadow again for the eyebrows, just to give it a little bit. I find it comes out more pigmented that way as well. So if you need it to be like a really strong, bold color, that's kind of the way to go, I think. Most people do their brows either with a pencil or a powder, and I just find it never really makes a difference. So we're gonna go with a little bit more of an exciting color.
I find using a pale pencil and putting my light color over top helps.
Yeah.
Sticks on a little better.
Absolutely. There we go. Now, there is two ways we could do mascara here. You could take a fun little mascara brush that I definitely pulled out and then set aside. There we go. You can buy, they're called spoolies, is the technical term for them. But you can buy them and you can mix this in a mixing liquid, rub it around on your eyeshadow palette. It might wreck your eyeshadow palette, just FYI. You can rub that around and then use that as a mascara. It does work. But instead for today, just because we're running short on time, I'm just going to grab your mascara. Do you want to grab your mascara there?
Okay. I have black or brown.
Let's go with black. I'm going to go dramatic.
Alright, Stu's throwing, because Stu can't see the polls, so Stu's throwing their vote for Gobble.
Gobble, I thought Goblin might be the winner there.
It's 7-4 right
So
now
look
for
right at my
Goblin.
finger. Be the prettiest Gobbo.
I mean, have you seen? I've seen some art where they make goblins go look hot. Cat Dorktail, so we're voting for Cat.
I'm sorry, mascara is very concentrated. That's not quite good. Look over here again.
I think Kelly's about to show you some photos of goblins.
Oh no, I don't want sexy goblins. I'm gonna have one here in short enough time. I don't need drawn ones. Awesome. So I think again for stream, false lashes would be super fun with this to really give that couple.
And you can get magnetic ones now, which are super easy to put on.
I've heard I really need to try them because I've heard they're amazing.
So much easier to put on.
Yeah.
You do have to kind of make sure that your inner area when you put the liner on is thick enough.
Right.
Because sometimes that first magnet will pull off. It'll pull it right off the skin.
Yeah.
If you don't put enough on.
Gotta be careful there. All right. So for this lovely sea elf, like I said, we want to be wet looking. So I'm going to use a lip gloss that's kind of a blue shimmer. And I'm going to do this in a very kind of like look a little cold sort of way. So we're going to do this primarily in the center. And just kind of buff it out from there. If Kelly is sharing sexy goblins, he better be also sharing them in the Discord so that everyone can be tortured by them.
Yeah, put it in the NSF Discord. Their door
Here,
if you want.
Get out of here. My brush has one really long thread that has decided.
It was very tickly.
Yeah, I was. Son of a monkey. Get out of here. Haha, take that. When in doubt, scissors. Okay, and I'm gonna take a little fluffy brush to buff it out. Okay.
Your comment, Cat.
Uh-oh. What's the comment?
We're 7-inch heels today, so I'm 6'8". Gets turned into a gobbo.
That would be a hobgobbo.
A hot gobbo.
Hobgobbo.
A hot gobbo. Hot hobbo.
I think probably like less than a minute left in the poll. I think Gobbo's the winner.
Sounds like.
Oh dear God. You're
Amazing.
gonna be a sexy Gobbo. I didn't sign up for this.
Okie dokie. There we go. So we're going to leave it at that just because we're at about 20 minutes. The very sea elf hair. So some things to think about if you are doing this. is your sea elf. I feel like this is very wizardly or warlocky. It's very high glam in a way.
Well, I feel like this really white foundation really kind of makes me look a little dead.
Could also,
Which is good.
yeah, like Dampier that was a sea elf. Absolutely. But also think about this. So like a lot of this hair, like on this side we're going to see it, but we're not getting a lot of it because of where the hair falls. So if you have a big elaborate wig that's going to be in your face, don't worry about all of that makeup there because it's not going to help. But
Especially bangs. Bangs cover a lot of sins of the forehead.
absolutely. 100. I was originally doing my eyebrows for Sabina and then I gave up because I realized her brows covered them. So always think about that. Always think about how it's going to look on camera, because here from this angle, this all looks nice and blended. Up close, it's not perfect, but that's okay because it took us 20 minutes because you're coming home after work and you only have so many minutes to get on stream and you're panicking and you need to glow your lion face on your face and you're like, nah. Anyway, not that this is personal experience. But fantastic. So there you are, a beautiful lady. Thank you so much for modeling for me. I'll get you to swap out with Robin, peas and carrots.
So this is the Google Doc. Now we're just gonna do class, and then after that will be age. So just do like /poll and then enter, and I'll bring up the stuff.
Thank you kindly.
Well, I need to
Hello.
get my. I'll reach and grab my bags before.
Awesome. And well, welcome, Robin.
Hello.
Chair's a little high. Apologies. You can put your feet up on our little, our very high tech. The room's crooked. It spins you a little bit. Yes, my very high tech footrest of a bin. It's not like I'm moving or anything. Fantastic. So what we're gonna do on Robin? Robin, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Robin. I use she, her, or they, the pronouns, and you can find me usually on Dork Tales.
Is this the last one to do that?
With the fantasy and then the age.
Fantasy then age, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, find me second gen gamer. I'm logged into the computer, so Christine will be Robin in the chat right now. So, mwahaha.
So if you've ever wanted to really defame Robin's character, now's your chance.
No,
Rabo the Gabo?
Bravo the guy.
You'll just change everything. Not second gen gamer anymore. You're Robbo the Gobbo.
Bravo the Gabo.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for modeling for
You're
me.
welcome.
So we're gonna do something a little bit different. For Robin is if Robin wanted to play a boy character, because Robin's very pretty, and so we need to do a little bit of work to make her a little bit more rugged looking. So, as someone that has played a number of male characters on the stream, and as someone who is as gender fluid people that let kind of find our way in the middle. Sometimes it's nice to look a little more masculine. This is also some techniques that you can use if you want a little bit more masculine in your day-to-day life. Whether you are cisgendered or trans or gender neutral or anything in the middle, this can help.
I don't know. Like, the bar came up randomly for me, and I couldn't get it away.
Technical
I
problems.
can't actually click the button.
Oh no! Can you not scroll down anymore? Oh no!
Oh, double click up here. Maybe that'll make it go away.
Oh, there it went. Anyways,
Oh,
okay.
whew.
The poll's up.
Okay, we're good, guys. Nobody panic. So yeah, so we're gonna do something that's a little bit more. I'm kind of imagining this as a bit of a hunter character who might be like, is it Project Valkyrie? Is that what they're called? The like warrior, the soldier folks. Someone correct me in the chat. But
Wait,
I
I've
think
not
You
played
never- you
it,
haven't
so
played it.
no one.
it's something Valkyrie. Project Valkyrie.
Well, we're leaning
Crew
towards Paladin
team.
already.
Ooh, fun.
Gabo?
Gobbo,
Ooh.
sexy lady Gobbo Paladin.
Oh, yeah.
Foundation.
I have also similar to Christine, where I have two choices for you: slightly tan, slightly lighter.
Let's go for a little more tan
Yeah.
with this one. Exciting. We're gonna use a slightly different primer just so I can complain about this primer a little bit. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. It is a fantastic primer when you're using a flash. It is very expensive because it has very special ingredients in it that react to flash
Oh,
so that it smooths everything out for you. It does nothing in daylight. And so everybody at Sephora that tries to sell it to you, yes, it goes on smooth, but so does every NYX primer. So like, please don't spend $40 on a tiny tube of this. Go to London Drugs and buy a NYX primer. Please, I'm begging you. In the same way that I will beg you to play another game other than D&D, I'm also begging you to use a different primer.
Yeah, I got that Smashbox one in like a freebie from a friend or something, and then I got the NYX primer instead.
Yeah.
No, I bought that because I was like, I'm fucking not paying for that.
No, it's lovely. It goes on great. Like, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy using it occasionally if I run out of my other primers, but it's very much a like, I save it for when I'm doing photo shoots, because it is, and even then, like if you're doing a natural light photo shoot with your phone, like it's not going to do anything for you. So don't waste your money. Reminder, you can tip us for my use of this incredibly expensive primer for your viewing entertainment. I encourage you to hit that tip button. So again, this is going to be a little bit more of a drastic masculinization than I would do in day-to-day life. I have gone about my day-to-day life, and I'll warn you when I'm coming in. I have done, masculine looks for more like day-to-day looks or in, film or whatever. But especially when I started doing more costuming on stream for Dork Tales, I spent 2 hours doing everything perfectly, and only to have it go, oh, I don't need to do that because none of it showed up. My scarring, we're gonna do a little bit of scarring for you.
Yeah, do it.
My scarring that I did for Ida in Deadlands, the first time I did it, I spent a solid hour using rigid collodion, which is a great thing if you're doing very highly detailed photo shoots, but it doesn't show up on stream at all.
Yeah,
So,
you kind of have to color it in a bit.
well, even then, I have photos of it. It looks fantastic. But on stream, it does nothing. I literally go like this. I'm going to do it here as well, but I'll show you how I do my scars for Ida, because, oh my God, it takes me... I don't start it until the cameras are rolling, honestly, because it takes me all of like 10 minutes, not even. And even then, it's like, as long as I put it on in the right glorp, it works fine. Have any questions going on in the chat there?
Not really. We are definitely leaning towards Paladin.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's exactly what I was just going to ask.
Yeah.
Cats.
7-3 right now.
7-3 for Paladin. That's,
Yeah.
you know what? I fully support this. I'm so glad that happened. I was worried about putting Goblin down, but Goblin Paladin makes me very, very happy. Let's turn your head a little bit this way.
Never thought about Goblin before.
Right? Well, and that's one of the funny things about this about streaming like this is, you can't necessarily play a Minotaur or a Turtle or those kind of things. Or Dragonborn, as so many people have been asking me. Because, I mean, you can, obviously, in the way that we did more like interpretive sea elf, I think you could very much do it coming in. You could definitely do that, but you would have to do it in that more interpretive way, whereas I'm the annoying person that is like, no, I will do a full prosthetic.
Including moving jaw.
Yep. Well, I think it was the first Extra Life we did. I was like, I'm going to do a Dragonborn. I'm going to do a full face cast. Like, I did a face cast. I made a dragon prosthetic piece, like 2 pieces for top and bottom.
Shit.
And then I mixed my gelatin wrong the night before,
Oh, no.
and it was too stiff and didn't work. So I didn't end up wearing it, and I did something very similar to what I did. Like the scale effect for Christine's makeup there would work very, very well for a Dragonborn. Just maybe in some different places, more down the nose bridge and something like that, to sort of give that, do a thicker brow to look a little bit more intimidating. Just something we're going to do a little bit in here for this look. Now, I'm not going to put any foundation on Robin's eyelids, just to keep a little bit of that natural color in, because we don't want to, when we're doing a more masculine look, we don't want to put a ton of makeup on, if the stuff that we are needs to look like it's not makeup. Because that's how we're going to do. Fantastic. So there, I think I got this blended out. Get my lighting out of the way. There we go. Look, I'm so whenever I do work, I'm always like I always have my mirror to like check everything. So may not be perfect, but we're gonna go with that. Now I'm gonna use my handy dandy Nyx Wonder Stick. It is the best contour I've found. It's amazing and it's a really good color, at least for me. There's a couple of colored ones. I use the universal color. There's one that's slightly lighter and slightly darker, but this one I find is very, very good. If you are a lighter skinned person, it is devastating the limit of makeup when it comes to darker skin tones, and I'm very glad that there are more products coming out for darker skin tones. I was very lucky that when I did makeup school, I had a number of people in my class that had darker skin, so I got a lot of opportunity to actually learn on that. Whereas there's so many makeup artists there that have no, the same way hairstylists don't know how to use natural curl hair, and it's just devastating. So unlike the higher cheekbone that we did for Christine's Sea Elf, we're going to do a little bit more of a straight across cheekbone to sort of like make a broader look. So we're going to come in here. Can I get you to suck your cheeks in just a sec, just to find out where the hollow is? But we're going to bring that down a little bit. So rather than going right to the top of the ear, we're just going to go in a bit and then kind of bring it down a little bit. I need you to turn your head the other way just to take a look here. You can relax your face. So we're going a little bit below the ear and then down a little bit here. And then we're going to buff that out with one of these brushes. What do we want to use? This one. And then just buff that in a little bit. And again, because this guy is, we're kind of imagining him a little bit more of a warrior type. He's probably a little bit sharper in his look because he's probably either gaunt with doing too much fighting or very, very fit. So one of those two.
Yeah, make me look a little lighter. That'll be great.
And then something we can also do here is so instead of having very much like me, Robin and I have very round faces. And so what we're going to do is we're going to drop here and we're going to go straight across there. So this is going to, and then you're just going to blend down. And you want to leave, and then a little bit towards the chin there. And that's about where you want to go. And leave that. So now if we open that out a little bit more, again, it looks very different here to there. So just, be aware of that when you're doing your makeup. Make sure you're checking. I honestly do my makeup with a zoom window running so that I can see what it looks like on camera. Same thing you do with film. I was on a set recently and literally was going back and forth between looking at the camera view to this and back. So this is going to be, so look straight ahead. So even there, you can see that all of this is pulled, right? And it's all sharper.
Yeah, geez.
Yeah, so we're going to do that on this side as well. Just nice and quick. Again, probably not going to be the cleanest that we've ever done, but we're just doing it quick for
Exactly,
funsies.
we're doing a quick one.
Exactly. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that, like, once you've practiced it enough, you'll do it in 20 minutes and not have to worry about it. I feel like we all do that with our character makeups. Is it takes us an hour and a half the first time, and then after that,
yeah.
So now we're also going to do a bit of broadening in the nose, because we're going to broaden that nose a little bit just to make a little bit of a deeper set eyes. Traditionally, masculine features tend to be a little bit broader in the eyebrows, and bring it down a little bit. So you just want to add a little bit of darker in the corners there. And obviously, when I'm speaking of masculine and feminine features, there is no universal, there is no binary. It's all on a sliding scale. But in this case, we are trying to make a character that specifically looks in a certain way. This is not the only way to do a man's makeup. This is a way to make a character that is old, grizzly soldier type. Just close your eyes there.
I'm thinking very like Aragorn-esque, kind of like.
Yes, very Viggo Mortensen. Absolutely, you're totally right. Awesome. So that's gonna, if we get you to look just ahead there, that brings your nose out a little bit, deepens the eyes a little bit.
That's crazy.
I know it's wild the way that can do. Did you want to put your bag down?
Oh yeah, that's true.
I just feel bad that you were holding it.
Oh, you should get the last chat. What was
how are we?
We got palette.
It was
We got Paladin.
Nice.
Awesome. Any questions coming up there? No, been pretty quiet.
Well, no, just commenting and talking about stuff,
Oh, awesome.
but nothing really on what's
That's
going on.
fair. So now we're going to do a little bit of an eyebrow. So again, you get that little bit, rather than having such a strong arch, like you can see, Robin has a very nice arch to her eyebrow. So we're going to add a little bit of darkness. Where's my Winnie the Pooh palette?
Darkness. Winnie the Pooh.
Wait, where's Winnie the Pooh? Yeah. This is a Hot Topic palette and is weirdly very nice. So we're going to use the color Oh Bother. Oh Bother. It's got a little bit of glitter in it, but we're going to pretend it doesn't because this is the color I like. And I like a little glitter in my brows. So we're just gonna go ahead and pretend that's not there. And so the only thing you really want to do to add that little bit of a more masculine brow is you only want to add a little bit under that side. So if you look straight ahead there, that instantly brings this brow down a lot compared to that one.
Yeah.
And you can also, if you really want, you can bring in a little bit in the middle if you want a little bit more of that side in there. And it's really subtle. Like that literally took me that long. It just adds a really big difference to your face shape. The big trick is you don't want to buff it out too much. Because as soon as you start buffing it out, it looks like an eyeshadow. Which again, on stream, not a big deal. I mean, obviously when we're using ping like this, we wanted a little bit higher quality. But if you're using Zoom and you're unfocused like I am right now, then yeah. Okay, last things last. We're going to talk about beards. So if you're doing a full beard, obviously you want to lay that down. You can do a beard with lines and spend an hour drawing that in. I don't think it's worth it for stream personally. However, I am going to tell you what happens when you have beard stubble. Beard stubble is blue. Our natural shadowing underneath has a blue hint to it, especially if you have darker, if you're doing a black beard stubble, you're going to have a little bit of blue. I use Ben Nye cream color in blue gray. It's just really good for it. Most of my palette colors I have are Ben Nye. I really like them. They're not super expensive, but if you're not using them regularly, I mean, I've had these for years and they're great. You just spruce them up with a little bit of rubbing alcohol every now and again, and they're fine. Now, the trick to beard stubble is, again, not to blend it out too much, because you don't want it to look like you have smudge on your face, a la late season Blackbeard. No spoilers, but if you've seen photos of Blackbeard with the black along his face, we don't want that. We want to look like an actual beard. So we are going to start with the blue, and I'm going to use what is called a stippling sponge. However, stippling sponges are not available everywhere, but you know what is? Fish tank filters. They're cheaper. They're available in any city because you go to PetSmart or Petco or whatever, and you'll find one. So I'm going to take a little bit of this off and just put it.
I'm getting the sexy side eye here.
Yeah, very nice. Yes, we're all cramped in my back room.
It's great. It's great.
The ceiling is right here. It's very. I live in the height of luxury. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little bit. And you don't want to get too much. You want to get enough on the sponge that you see it. But again, you don't want to overdo it. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to define what would be the goatee area, if there was a goatee. And you don't want to have to push too hard. So adding more product pretty regularly is good. Just tilt your head up a little bit because beards go under the neck, especially when they're 5 o'clock shadow.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. the itchiest of all get out. Oh, yeah. Now can I get you just your lips in? Because you can wipe it off of your lips, but if you can avoid getting it on there, all the better. Where are we at time-wise? Okay, perfect. We're going good. And you don't need to do a ton here. So if you relax, not super noticeable, but there's some color there. Okay. So you need a little bit more of this stuff on there.
Quite interesting.
Mm-hmm. And then we're just gonna whoop.
I started turning again, so it was like grab.
I know, especially when it's like the floor is just out of reach. Awesome. And then so we're gonna bring this up. Now this, where your beard goes is pretty much up to you. Every beard is a little bit different. If you want a Sam Elliott beard, you can, bring it all the way up to your eyeballs. Otherwise, yeah, just give it a little bit of you want it to be splotchy. You don't want this to be perfect. Hair doesn't grow perfectly, as much as many of those barbering videos will make you think. There's a lot of makeup there. So yeah, let's get a little bit more here. Just turn this way a little bit. And this is going to take a little bit of experimenting to figure out like how much do you need on your sponge, how much is too much, because you obviously don't want big blue splotchies, but you definitely need that little bit of color. So that alone is already giving us that shadow.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, it's surprising how little can do. Again, in person, maybe this, maybe it's not super realistic being out on the street like this, but that's okay.
It's fine. I'm going home with a blue sea elf.
Exactly. Yeah, it'll be good. So now I'm going to take a dark brown to add in sort of that darker color, since Robin has darker hair naturally. You can match this to your wig. Most people have a little red in their beard, so having a color with a little bit of red.
Stu says they're practically perfect in every way, and theirs goes perfectly.
Oh well, yeah. Well, sorry. Yes, of course, Stu is like. I was speaking in general terms. Stu is always
basically perfect in every way.
He's practically perfect in every way. Yes, correct. But that's Stu. We can't all be held to Stu standards.
No.
That's
the
just
Stu
not
standard
fair.
is just unreachable.
Exactly. Perfect. So now I'm going to go in with a little bit of a brown. And just going over that spot. Again, because this is a cream makeup, it is very prone to smudging. You don't want it to smudge.
Ooh, we have a tie right now on the age poll.
Oh, what's our ages?
Early 20s or 30s to 40s.
Perfect.
I kind of want to see 50s.
I know.
want to see you make an old character. Come on, guys.
I pulled my latex out.
I don't want to be an old character.
You don't want to be like a gilf goblin?
I don't really want to be a gilf, I'll be honest.
This is fair.
Late 50s is just pulled ahead, though.
Oh, no!
You're up to 5 votes for late 50s. 6.
I
I think everyone wants to see Krista do latex.
Yeah, I think the second.
Are you allergic to latex?
I'm not allergic to latex.
Because I wouldn't do it if you were allergic to latex.
I mean, if I say I am.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you, but we're going to do that, and then we're going to do one other kind of darker.
Gobo.
That's very fair.
What if I wanted to be young, sexy Gobo?
Well, you could start out as young, sexy, potentially, and then depending on how Krista does old age.
Exactly. There you go. We'll add it in after.
There's some stuff that you can kind of do lining afterwards.
Yeah.
Start with the sexy eyes first, and then add in the aging.
Exactly.
Oh, we're at 8 now for late 50s.
You just have to pick it up.
Nobody was voting.
I'm sorry, Krista is smiling and laughing.
It's totally fine.
Yeah, one day I think, Krista, we should start doing these a bit more like every now and then, like as a series, maybe for Patreon or something that gets released later. Because I would happily sit there and let you turn me into an old lady.
Totally. No, I'd be happy to do more like, because this I'm not doing so much as a tutorial. This is more like, this is how to make you look like a person. Because like there are millions of tutorials out there, but there isn't necessarily of like, why are you doing this makeup? Beard. All of a sudden, boy. Fantastic. So last
You're so rude.
Last thing here, depending on time. So now this is how I do my makeup for a scar. We're going to give you, because I don't want to have to deal with your eyebrow. Now, when you're doing scarring, know why you're doing it. So let's say that our guy here is more of a hand-to-hand combatant. He likes to fight more than he likes to shoot things. So he's probably going to get hit in the face a lot. When you get hit in the face, the things that break are your orbital bone and your nose. Those are the big places you're gonna have scars, not from cuts, but from splits. So you're not gonna have nice straight, like Ida has a big giant scar down her face because I imagine her getting in a knife fight and it was a big knife cut that went down. Whereas if this guy is an older fighter, he's gonna have, I mean, like if you want to go real hard, you can do your knuckles as well because you're gonna have split knuckles all the time, scarring all over there. Now, old scars don't show up. So on stream, while my realist heart wants to do just like slight white, it doesn't show up. So instead, I'm going to take concealer that's a little bit lighter.
Conceal, don't feel.
Exactly. I, on Ida, literally just go with this. So, but we're going to try to be a little bit more specific about it. And then we're going to grab one of these guys. What do I want to use? Lipstick brush makes sense. If I can get it out. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna do busted nose and scar under the eye. So we're just gonna do a mishmash across the nose, and we're gonna do a mishmash under the eye here. A bit of a study. And then I'm going to take a lip liner in a red-ish tone. And I'm just going to draw over that. It's going to be blended out because that concealer is so thick on there. And so when you see it like that, it doesn't really look like too much yet. But then you just kind of keep going over it. Have we settled on old?
It's still sitting at 8, and we've only got a few minutes left, it looks like. So 3 for late early 20s, 2 for 30s to 40s right now.
And 8 for old.
Poor cat.
Poor cat.
You'll be a sexy old goblin, though.
Exactly.
Mature, well-aged.
Well-aged.
Yeah. Which makes it better, right?
Mm.
It's in the MILF range.
Exactly.
This is going to be a gilf.
Well, yeah, as a goblin, yeah, I would
Yeah,
suppose
that's
it's a gilf.
true.
I did not dress for old Gobbo.
Hey, you know what? Not all old gobbos identify as old gobbos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so make sure that your lines with scarring aren't straight. None of us want to be completely straight.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. Fair. Okay.
I don't know, Christine, after looking at this, maybe that line's got a bit wriggly.
And then all I'm going to do is just buff it out, add a little bit more red, buff it out, add a little bit more red. Because again, the only way you're going to see this is if it is a very bright color. Obviously, this is a very fresh looking scar, but we're going to ignore that fact for streaming purposes.
Yeah, stuff does not show up on
So
stream.
if you want to lean forward just a little bit, because we're normally a little closer to camera.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Okay. Very like subtle in a way, but
Mhm.
also really changes the look of the character. And like, yeah, the beard is a little bit splotchy, but that's most beards. And the more you do it, the more you get used to it, and the more you figure out exactly what colors are going to look good on you. If nothing else, it adds a shape to the face that says this is a dude that doesn't care about his day-to-day maintenance, right? The last thing I'll also suggest, because we're just having a little bit of time left, is, where did my lipstick go? To do lips for men as well, we can bring them in just a little bit. So I'm just going to keep using that concealer. We're going to add a little bit around the edges, just to kind of thin them out a little bit. Exactly. Here's my brush that I want. That one.
That's a fun way to make a nice, even like a very pouty bow lip, is cover the edges with concealer. So you've got a much tighter, smaller mouth.
I'm so sorry, I just got stuff over my
It's
shirt.
okay.
At least
That's
it's
all right.
black.
Yeah.
So you want to you can white them out the whole way around, and you want to get it the closest, like you can just use whatever foundation you use. And then you can add a little bit of color back with a very like neutral toned, a little bit of redness dependent. For characters like Ida, or the time that we've done some pirate games, I really like to make like a cracked lip look, but that is very hard to make look good for stream. So we're gonna go the whole length of the lip. Let's get you to open your mouth a little bit. We're gonna go the whole length of the lip, but we're not gonna go very far out. Okay, and then perfect. And again, that's just gonna give you that little bit of a shrink there, take away those kind of more feminine looks.
I suppose you could use contour in the middle of your chin even to give yourself a cleft.
Absolutely, yeah. If you wanted to do like a little bit of a cleft chin, you can absolutely just throw in that little bit of a shadow. Easy peasy. And again, like just when you're doing these kind of things, decide if this is what you want. If your guy is super clean shaven, don't throw in a 5 o'clock shadow. If he is a little bit more rough and tumble, maybe he needs more scars. Maybe he needs darker eyebrows. Maybe he's very tired and needs a little bit of bags under his eyes. You look very sexy.
I'm kind of like, damn, I'm kind of attracted to myself right now.
Am I bi?
I am bi. I just
Just a
know
reminder.
attracted to myself.
Honestly, I feel like that is the bi dilemma, is being attracted to yourself in both genders.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a little bit of a shirt so you don't bump against anybody else as well.
Oh, that's true.
There we are. Okay. What do we think? How do we feel in the chat? Are we happy with this? Do you have any questions about this one specific?
Damn, hello there.
Good. That's what we should be getting for this sexy man.
How you doing? How you doing?
And again, like everybody's face is different. The way that we change Robin's face is going to be different than the way you're going to change your face. Just experiment with it. Like get a couple of cheap contour palettes, or like Hot Topic has them for pretty cheap. Go to the dollar store. It's totally fine. Just get something with colors and experiment, play. There's tons of tutorials on contouring like this, so check them out. All of them are going to be slightly different. Just to get ideas, don't follow tutorials mark to mark. Just take ideas from them and experiment. Because it's art. Let's be honest. This isn't a science, it's art. So, wonderful.
Yes.
You two are welcome to head out.
Yep.
Because y'all gotta get ready for streams.
Gotta drop Christine back off for the voice acting panel.
Absolutely.
Thank you for...
Your polls have been run, so I highlighted all the things.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And then once y'all are out of the way, we'll get Kat over here.
All right.
Thanks again.
See you guys later.
Fine. Thank you so much again for coming.
Oh, it was
I'll
fun.
get this out of your way.
This is going to be the fun part of getting out.
Yeah, I know we're kind of in a bit of a cramped space, unfortunately. But thank you guys so much for coming to my house to do this. This has been so much fun. I was very excited that everybody agreed to my very strange ideas. Oh yes.
Also, I loved Dave's Apricot's comment. Get you a partner that looks at you the way Robin looks at himself as a man.
So I'm not gonna lie, that's exactly what I do when I'm my character from the ward. So
yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah, it's attractive. I'm attracted to myself right
All
now.
right, have fun.
Yes,
absolutely.
have
Cell phones.
Yeah, if you can open the door.
Yeah.
All right, bye guys. Have a good one. Cheers. All right, I'll close my door, hide my sins back here. All right, Kat, come on out, have a seat. You're probably the only one of us tall enough to actually comfortably sit on this seat. All right. Hello, everybody. This is our beautiful Kat. Kat, introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, I'm Kat, known on Twitch as Captain Starbun, and I use she/her pronouns.
Yes, we're very excited. So we're gonna make you a very pretty gobbo.
Yeah.
Can I get you to actually stand for a second? We're just gonna move the chair over a little bit. And between the two of us, we'll kind of keep an eye on here.
Yeah.
So, what did we decide with? Let me double check our thing here. We are doing a fantasy world in which we are a goblin paladin who is in their late 50s.
Apparently.
I'm very excited for this. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be amazing. Looking stacked. Thank you very much, Kelly. It's for you. Amazing.
Looking stacked. I try, okay?
You know what? That's all we can do. All we can do is
I try.
Okay, so now I gotta think.
Although I won't be able to see anything because I got no glasses.
That's
I'm
very
blind. Blind cat.
We'll figure you out. Okay. How do we want to go? Are you okay being green?
I'm okay being green.
Okay. I wouldn't turn you totally green if you weren't okay with it. So if you're good with being green.
I mean, it'll be hilarious going through a drive-thru on my way home.
Amazing. I'm so excited.
Especially with the pink hair.
Yes, the bright pink hair and the gobbo look is going to be absolutely top notch, and I am so excited for this. And I've lost the thing I was looking for. There it is. Amazing. Okay, so let's pick. We are going to do my little trick of blending some colors. So I'm going to take a cheap ass, again, like it's Revlon, London Drugs, some kind of something. Kelly beat Dazed Apricot to telling you look hot.
Thank you. Also, neat trick for women who want to look like a man on stream. Be a trans girl. Having been a man for 29 years, you'll get this sick beard shadow. It looks supernatural.
Yeah, just take testosterone for like 20 years, and then you don't have to do much. It's great. Absolutely.
The beard shadow stays.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I hate it so much. Get rid of it.
You are absolutely gorgeous regardless. Where's my green? I need a green. Got too many colors, but not. Oh, that's black.
It's not always easy being green.
No. Or as someone said, it's easy being green, but is it worth it?
Supernatural is supernatural. Easy, breezy, beautiful
little...
goblin girl.
Exactly. Makes perfect sense.
I think so.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna add a bit of a green color. We might be a little blue. We're gonna be a bit of a bluish gobbo. It's just a little bit of a green color. We don't want to go like you could go full body paint if you're gonna go with a goblin.
True.
But we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna go with a green tint because I think that is perfectly acceptable. Go here. It's a little bit different than Catgirl. A little bit. What was that? Iwusi? Was that?
Iwusi.
Yeah, absolutely. For those of you that haven't watched XLR, go do it.
Although she didn't really have any any cat specific make. I didn't actually do whiskers for her.
Oh yeah.
When I was doing some makeup tests for her, I couldn't really get anything that I like to show up on stream properly, so I just opted to not.
Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes you got to go like real hard
to
make it look right. And sometimes it's just not worth it.
Well, yeah, by the time that I got it to show up, I didn't like the way it looked on stream. So I was like, you know what? I'll just do regular makeup.
Yeah, just cute makeup. I'm going to throw a couple of clips in your hair just so I don't get any paint.
Oh, yeah, because I have my... I wasn't expecting to be green.
Yes.
So...
Honestly, pink and green go great together if Wicked have taught me anything.
That's accurate.
Right. So we're just going to pin that back a little bit. Awesome. Okay, there you go. And again, if you're doing your face and you have a wig with bangs, it means you don't have to do makeup all the way to the edge. I'm not going to go too far up because we are going to have a little bit of a liner on the face because I don't want to get green on our wig.
That's fair. Although this wig is starting to get a bit old.
getting up in years?
It's getting up, and it suffered a lot from not having a proper wig brush or maintenance for the first while.
Fair.
So it's almost time to retire it anyways.
You'll get there. Okay, get a little bit of that primer on. Primer is not integral, but it is great for it just helps your makeup go on smoother. That's basically it. Wonka loves your nails.
Oh, thank you. They're diva.
That's amazing. Wonka was also wondering if you do your own makeup for stream and stuff. Yeah,
I do on my own.
Yeah, you don't do like tutorials or done classes and stuff, but
no.
Your makeup always looks amazing. So
thank you. It's all stuff I've just learned how to do because I needed to learn how to do it.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Everybody gets there eventually. Just because you did it a few years later than some people doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
There we go. So we're gonna do a little bit of green in here. Now, if you do have a little bit of shadow around here and you're wanting to get rid of it, orange is a very good color to get rid of it.
Oh.
Because, again, like I was saying, the blue is the underlying color of a beard shadow. So, if you are looking to get rid of that, orange counteracts blue.
That's good to know, actually.
Yes. So if you're putting on a concealer specifically to, it's very much like when you see like drag queens do it, they do it with like smears of orange and it just is excessive. But if you're doing it for natural day wear, having something with just a little bit to it, just like some of those concealer palettes will have them where they're just like one is slightly orangey and one is slightly purpley, or green rather. But yeah, so the orange is normally like often a lot of people will use it for their under eye bags because that's the same kind of purple. But you can definitely use it to deal with some darkness around your cheeks. So we're just gonna kind of blend out the neck a little bit because we're not gonna worry about being all green. Go. Are you excited to be a sexy goblin?
So hot.
Who knows? Maybe this will be your next character. Maybe you'll go, you know what? No, Grandma Goblin Paladin is the absolute way to go. All right, what do we got going on over here? Oh, hi, Taryn. Hello. Welcome to the stream. You've come just in time to make Kat a sexy Grandma Goblin Paladin.
And I can't actually see anything until it'll be done because I don't have my glasses on. So it'll be a total surprise.
Amazing. Very excited for it.
I'm in danger.
I would never put you in danger, Kat. Get that on there. I don't think she believes me. Questions some makeup people are allergic to, or face paint. If you're new to this, how do you know what affects your face? So, fun tip, the inside of your elbow, aside from after your face and your genitals, the inside of your elbow and the back of your knee is the most sensitive skin on your body. So if you are testing something to see if you have a reaction to it, that's where you test it. Because that way, if you do break out in a rash, it's easy to treat, and isn't like on your face
or your genitals,
which is arguably worse. You can hide that easier, but less comfortable to say the least. So test your makeup there if you're trying something new. Before you do anything with latex, make sure you're not allergic to latex. I had a friend in makeup school who did not know they were allergic to latex. They ended up in the hospital the day that we did latex in class, and they had to drop out of the program. So just make sure that you are careful about those kind of things. Most makeup, especially like if you're worried, like if your skin dries out really easily, get something that's a sensitive formula. Otherwise, most makeup's designed for skin. There's very little in it that are known allergies. But again, if you've never worn makeup before and you're testing it out for the first time, I highly, highly, highly recommend testing it out on your arm. Same with body colors, because some of them don't wash off great. So before you go smearing it all over your face when you got work the next day, maybe give it a test somewhere else just to make sure that it's not going to stain your face. I am very confident in these colors, which is why I'm okay putting it on Kat's face without testing it, because I know how these react to skin. So unless you have some kind of weird alien skin that I'm not familiar with, which I don't think you do.
Joke's on you, I'm not real.
Joke's on you, you're stuck green. Let's see what else we got here. We're talking about names for this character. Yeah, latex allergies are real bad. If you're not allergic to it, makeup on your downstairs bits is totally fine. It is done in the porn industry, so really. But no, testing it on your genitals, not a great idea. I mean, latex goes on our genitals for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's really true.
Like there is a very common thing that goes on your genitals.
It's a pretty common way to know if you're allergic to latex.
It's the way a lot of people find out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It can be real bad. I'd suggest maybe getting a pair of latex gloves at the dollar store and seeing if it bothers you before you start straight to condoms. Tilt your head up just a little bit. Just want to get in here a little bit. Again, we're not going to go all the way down, but I just want to get a little.
I'm really curious how this is going to look.
I know, I'm excited. I'm going to need you to open your eyes. I'm going to need you to look up and over that way and blink as much as you need. And then go the other way. It's always fun putting under eye makeup on other people because it's always like, oh God, why? Fantastic. Where are my wipes? I need to get rid of the green on the back of my hand here. How are we doing a check, guys? You know what? That's actually true. Your face color goes with your shirt very well because it's kind of a gray green. It's quite good. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. And yeah, a reminder for everybody that this whole DorkX is technically free admission, but we are happy for donations by admission by donation. So the tip link should be in the chat. If it's not, you can do !tip, and that will get you the information. Now I need a green.
Tip your delivery driver, tip your streamer.
Exactly. I don't like that green. Do I like this green? I think I might use the same green I used earlier. Yeah. I think we'll go with that. Let's try it. Let's try it out, guys. This is all experimentation. This is why I say, like, don't experiment your makeup 5 minutes before stream, like I do, because it never works out, and then you end up stressed and never fun. Can I get you to suck your cheeks in just a little bit, just so I can see where your face shape is? Okay, relax. And then we're gonna add some very sexy Goblin Contour. So sexy. See, everyone's gonna be like, oh, it's a sexy goblin, but it's gonna be a hot goblin, and everyone's gonna feel weird things and be like, oh shit, I'm attracted to a goblin.
I mean, check the Discord NSFW for
truly Spider Queen's amazing art that makes people feel weird things that they probably don't think they should.
Yeah, well, there's a little blonde goblin posted in there that is very, very cute.
Ooh, there you go.
It's like, oh damn.
Yeah. Ooh. Guess I got feelings. Things I didn't know I had feelings about.
Oops.
Yeah, oopsie. Didn't mean to do that, but oh well. Okay, I'm gonna show a little thing here. So I did the contour. I'm just gonna spin you a little bit. I did the contour a little bit dark on this side. Just turn your head a little bit that way. So all you can do is just keep your sponge around. Don't throw it away right away. But the sponge that you used for your foundation, you can go in, and that blends the contour out real nice. So if you ever get stuck with it and you're like, oh no, I did too much, what do I do? Just recover it up like that. Taryn, I believe, is doing her makeup a lot. Just keep spinning. Just gonna keep you going around. It's okay. It's the beauty of my spinny chair.
Although I can actually touch the floor, so.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you're not in danger like Robin was of going, oh God, where do I go? What have I done? We're gonna add a little bit of contour down the nose as well, because goblins have very cute little round noses. And so we're gonna make you a cute little round nose here. And then we're also gonna do a little bit of contouring down the side. We're gonna get a cute little button nose. Cute little button nose. Where do we got here? Yes, throw money at our faces. Very much so. Putting on under eye makeup is potentially better than putting on undercarriage makeup, yes. I did kind of do that for a friend once, and it was very uncomfortable. 24 minutes. Okay, we're good. We'll be fine. We'll got it. Yes, the wig is very, very good. I absolutely agree. Let's get a little bit of blendy out here. A little bit. around. Very cute. Okay. There we go. And then I feel like let's jump on to a little eye makeup. Yeah, so like Saffron says in the chat, it's sometimes you just got to use a little bit of makeup to cut out the other colors in there that you're not super happy with. I feel like Goblin Paladin would wear gold.
I think so.
Absolutely. So we're gonna use some colors. So close. Use a bit of a neutral tone to put it down first. It's gonna be a speed round. And then we're gonna add some very shiny gold at the edges. Shiny gold at the edges. I apologize if I slow down in my conversation because I'm going to start concentrating on how to do this in this time frame. Go.
We swear to God, we do love you.
Yes, we do. We absolutely love you so much, and you're all amazing. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of this. It's been amazing. And yes, I feel like a goblin or no, you are a paladin, and so you are going to glow with highlighter. And since you are going to have a lot of harsh light on you while you're streaming, we can add a lot of fun highlighter and be obnoxiously glowy. Because I think that's very fun. And that on there. And I feel like a fun little grandma goblin is also going to have rosy cheeks from being
makes
very
sense.
happy. Let's go with a bit of a red, which I guess you could do like more of a green blush, but I kind of like the idea of her having a little bit of just rosiness coming out from under her cheeks here. A little bit of red in there. And maybe she's one of those grandmas that puts on a little bit too much blush, because we all have that grandma and we love her. Fabulous. And again, if you go a little bit too hard, you're not super happy with it, just keep your sponge around so that you can add in a little bit of color back. There we go. And again, all experimentation and fun and precious. Where are we at? Dog on your face? Yes, having a contour palette is great, but again, only for stream. It's not something you have to do. What color eyeshadow do you use for a play date at the park? Purple. Purple's good, obviously. Okay, so now because I only have a little bit of time left, I don't think I'm going to have time to actually go into... I don't know if the latex would dry fast enough, so we're not going to use latex for right now.
You're going to have to draw some wrinkles in?
We're going to draw little age lines and some aging. If I can find my other brush. There it is. So some people like to just draw lines on when they age or when they're aging themselves. We all age differently. We all age in different ways. If we are grumpy people, we age like me, where I have this line right here that likes to sit there because I squint and think a lot. I'm a big thinker. So we're going to say that. It's not because I glare at people. It's because I think a lot. But for our granny, I think we're going to get all of our lines from smiling. Obviously. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take that green that I used to base, to mix into my foundation originally. Yes, highlighter is very fun. I think highlighter is good to use regardless. But contour, you can take it or leave it in everyday life. Okay, so because this is a very smiley goblin, I'm going to get Kat to smile real big so I can see where all of the natural creases in your face come in. And we're going to contour, we're going to draw kind of over that to get an idea of where that naturally comes in. You don't have much. You have a lovely happy face. You get a little bit in here, there, and in there. Okay, relax. So we're going to add in Again, because this is for stream, we're going to lean in a little bit more to the theater look, where it's going to be a little bit more stark and maybe not as natural looking, but it's going to be more, hey, look, this person is older because they have these lines on their face.
When she tells you she's wearing natural look makeup and she shows up green.
Yeah, exactly. I like to wear real natural makeup and just full goblin cosplay. Yeah, absolutely. Draw those in. Some happy little crow's feet. Happy little smile lines. Again, because you got bangs, I'm not gonna worry about that.
That's fair.
Can I get you to just look at the camera straight on? See, that's not a lot going on here. Probably looks a little bit better, a little closer, but might not be quite dark enough. But that's okay. We're not going to worry too much about it. Let's throw on a little eyeliner. I feel like our goblin grandma is very fancy, and so we're going to do a little bit of a liquid line here. I got some fancy new brushes. You get to be the first person. Let's see here. No, don't anger. No, you never anger me. It's pretty hard. Well, that's not true. It is really easy to get me angry, but it usually doesn't last for too long. Everyone's gonna, especially if Saffron's in here, they're gonna tell me I'm lying. And I get mad at everything. Okay, here we go. Let's do a real sexy liner for our paladin grandma. And let's be fair, she's a paladin. There's a point, they're not monks. They don't fully stop aging, but they get some abilities that keep them pretty dang young looking. All right, so let's go. Nice wing liner. And I would 100% be putting falsies on if I was going to be doing this on stream for you.
Mm-hmm.
And eyeliner doesn't have to be totally symmetrical. Krista tells herself to remind herself that they don't need to be totally symmetrical to look good. And so I know a lot of people have feelings about liner. Honestly, they're all different. Like ones that like liquid liners versus pot liners versus gel liners versus whatever. I'm personally a fan of, if you're learning, I like the pot liners with a brush. A brush either like this or a brush like this is going to be your best bet for learning, because you can control how much liner is on your brush. Whereas like a liquid liner pen or a felt, is going to, it gives you however much stuff it gives you, and sometimes that's not great. So I would highly recommend starting with pot liners, because those are going to work a lot better, I think. Okie dokie. And I feel like grandmas to me do a little bit too much of an eyebrow line, so we're going to have just a little bit of a sharp eyebrow at the edge here. That is what I feel like doing. Because that's what I felt like is always a good excuse for things. I come from a film background where, like I was saying, there's got to be a reason for your scar. Why did that scar happen? Why does your face look like that? Why did you choose that makeup? I'm not a big fan of more like, oh, well, I thought it looked good, and so I did it. Like in day-to-day makeup, totally. In character makeup, I prefer not to do that. But it's your face, and it's your stream, and you can do whatever the hell you want. So never, ever let someone tell you your makeup's wrong, because it's not. It's right. It's right for you, and that's what matters. What do we got? Hello, folks. Still waiting on that She-Hulk cosplay. I know. I'm so sorry. I gotta get ripped before I can be She-Hulk. I gotta get real big. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of darkness to these little wrinkles here.
I mean, if you want, I can trade you some of my size.
There you go. Let's swap.
Yeah.
Although I think we've like shared dresses before,
We
so
have.
I think we're pretty
actually
close.
really similar.
It's always nice when you can just like share shoes and share clothes with friends.
Yeah.
I'm normally friends with people saffron sized, who is not a terribly large person. Some might call her small. Not me. I wouldn't dare. I would never would I.
SMOL small.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if Saffron's quite small. I have definitely attempted to wear their pants, and even when they were pregnant, they were still a little tight. So you're short, I guess. You are far from big. Yes, there we go. Okay, Stu and I are gonna do let's do stream workouts, and we'll just everyone can work out with us when I'm back on the mainland. It'll be perfect. Okay, loving this. You brought mascara, correct?
I did.
Fantastic. Don't share mascara, guys. Just as a general rule. I mean, if it's someone you trust and you know and whatever, and like especially if it's someone that you like share bodily fluids with regularly, I guess it's fine. But if someone asks to borrow your mascara, probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Mascara makeup artists, I always tell people to bring their own mascara, and if they don't, I have spoolies, and I don't double dip. I put a spoolie in once, rub it around, toss it. Yeah, don't share eyeball stuff. Okay, all right. And the always fun of putting mascara on someone else. I'm going to look right at my finger and just follow that. And if you need to blink, that's totally fine. You have amazing lashes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. And look over here. This little short brush is actually kind of nice.
So Mipsy.
Yeah. There we go. Let me fix that a little bit. Look over here. A little too clumpy. Okay, fabulous. And now we need a super fun lip. So the question is, do we go red or do we go purple? I'll ask the chat one more time. Red or purple? What do we think? Ask the question in the chat and answer it so that I can look. Because believe it or not, guys, I have a few lipsticks. Just a couple.
Just a couple.
Just a couple. Okay, purple. All right, I got a couple options. Let's take a look here. That one doesn't come off, so we're going to take this one. Because you might want to take this off at some point.
Accurate.
Yeah, so I'm not going to give you insane. 11:32, we're almost there. I promise I'll be done by then, Kelly. I promise. Just going to get a little bit of lipstick on the hand. Again, if you're sharing with people that you don't normally share like drinks with, don't share lipstick. Especially not chapstick. Especially if either of you have cold sores occasionally. Don't do it. There's a reason I wash all my lip brushes in 99% alcohol. Although, fun quick tip, if you guys are looking for a good brush cleaner, Cinema Secrets brush cleaner is a giant bottle, but it was like $30. You can get small bottles of it on Amazon. But it is incredible. It smells like vanilla. So I'm a fan. All right, here we go. Follow Cupid's bow. Do a little bit of an overdraw. Again, she's a grandma. One of my favorite makeups to do is my my Barb from Stranger Things cosplay. Because I get to just go full 80s with it and like obnoxious blue eyeliner. And it's great. Open your mouth just a little bit. Okay. And again, everybody's lip shape is different. They're all No one's is perfectly, well, except for Stu. Stu is perfect in every way. But for all the rest of us, nobody's mouth is perfectly symmetrical. Nobody's face is perfect in any particular way. And if you do it a little bit crooked, it's not a big deal. Were I doing this for a very fun comedy campaign and wearing it myself, I would have gone like full Lady Gremlin with the lipstick, like from Gremlins. Where her lips are just these like giant like M and W. Oh my goodness. Awful, but very good. Yes, thank you, Taryn. I do love my barb. It's very, very good. I'm just very proud that I found a fabric that worked and made myself a shirt. Okay. Almost done. And I feel like you require at least a little bit of glitter.
Probably.
Okay. Because we're a paladin and we are holy and we need a little bit of gold glitter. Absolutely. And that, with your harsh lights in streaming, is going to show up. So, again, always be thinking about what you're worrying about in streaming. Obviously, if Kat was going to be wearing this outfit with a goblin makeup, I would do it all the way down to the chest, exactly, and then up behind the neck a little bit, because like from here back, you're not going to see anything under the wig, but from here forward, you will. And maybe do like a arm sleeve or something like that, some kind of arm sock. We're gonna. But for these purposes, we're not gonna worry about it, especially if she was wearing like some kind of like armor, or a piece that looked like armor for stream. You know, it's not gonna go down that far. And to be perfectly honest, like build your costume so you can do less makeup, because costumes are easy to put on and easy to take off.
Yeah.
This stuff isn't so much. A little bit up here. Fantastic. I'm very excited with this. I like this very much.
I can see glitter in my
yeah. All right. I think we're all wrapped there. If you wanted to grab your glasses, Kat. Very excited. Oh yeah, sorry if you move as much. I always need to tell models that they can move because they all forget.
They do.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go. Beautiful. I love it so much. Again, you can go harder on the aging if you wanted. You could do some little smile lines coming out of here. Be careful of aging versus smoker lines, because a lot of people like to put a whole bunch of lip lines around, which are really you only get if you purse your lips a lot, like you smoke. So be careful on that one. But yes, Kat does shine even without the glitter. So yes, so this was me turning Kat into a beautiful elderly goblin paladin. But let's be honest, paladins don't age, or they do, but less so. So I am very excited with this. Thank you so much, Kat, for being my model. I really appreciate it. I think that's kind of our time. So if Kelly wants to pop back and check us out, we'll again, reminder, this is admission by donation for this convention. So if you want to check out, someone wants to type in !tip, we can get in there. Welcome back, Kelly. Hi.
Hey, how's it going? Congratulations, all of y'all who got made up. Fantastic work, Krista. Hope you all had fun there. I heard a lot of really great stuff here and outside of the panel. Actually, a lot of people came in and then sent me like Twitter messages and stuff, which was really nice.
Oh, good. Glad.
Yeah. So fantastic work, folks. Thank you so much for doing this, and for those of you in the audience for tuning in. Quick reminder that even if you are watching this like right now live, or watching later on a VOD or on YouTube or something like that, you can donate. You can join the Patreon. You can help support Dork Tales and get something. You can give something back and also get like this content and kind of appreciate it in the way that you would appreciate any like movie ticket or like any streaming service, because honestly, we put out more good stuff in a month than Netflix does. So just putting that out there. So definitely join the Patreon. We are only 6 patrons away from announcing a brand new gaming project that is I'm actually going to make a list of some stuff that I'm going to have everybody vote on for myself in a sec. And then I'll have to have Krista help me with some of it. It's gonna be awful. It's going awesome. All right, so folks, that's gonna be it. All right, goodbye, everybody. We'll be back in a few minutes with Hayden Davio and voice acting. So see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.